Today is June 6th, 2024, and I'm whispering because I just saw two baby skunks on the other side of that gutter. That's where they're coming in and out now. I got a log, a big log, rolled up against the wall there on the outside, and they're crawling in and out at the bottom of the wall, along the curve of the log. Just enough room to squeeze through. Anyway, I saw two skunks there. After they saw me, they both went back in. So I'm going to wait for them. See if I can catch them to come out again. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I know there's two more skunks in there. Babies. I still don't know where the adult skunk. But I don't see no new holes dug underneath the manger. So either they're still in there or they got another way in. Or there's no adult. Maybe they're just babies that lost their mama and found a new home in a groundhog hole. Anyway, I'm going to be waiting for them for a little while. See if I can catch them and get rid of them for good. First it was groundhogs, now it's skunks. That's where they were getting out at, right there. A little gap on the bottom side of that wall where there's a little hole that goes in that way. That's where they crawled in after they saw me. There was two of them out here. I went to get my shovel, and the last one went in by itself. Yeah, so now I gotta wait for them. Nothing in the trap. Now it's a waiting game. Okay, but I ain't got all day. I clean up the weeds around their entrance there, right there. Yeah, right behind that gutter, against the wall, underneath the log. That's where they went back in. So, and I'll clean along the shed too. So if they get out again and they're hanging around here, hopefully I'll be able to see them and catch them easier. Anyway, that's about all I can do for now. I'll come back later, maybe I can catch them. Okay. Alright, at least I know there's two more. At least two more. Baby skunks. Still gotta keep my eyes open for the mama. Don't want to surprise it. I haven't seen it either, so I don't know what's going on. I know they're in the groundhog hole though. Alright, I'll come back later today. I got other work to do, so let me go do that. Well, it's already over 80 degrees at 10:30 a.m. on June 6th. So I'm going to go out. I need to go back out to the hay storage area and clean up all those limbs I cut yesterday. 11:07 a.m. Thursday, June 6th. I'm going to be headed out to the big pasture to move some tree limbs that I cut yesterday. At least the air's drier today. It's not as humid. Winds from the north. I think that's why air from the north is always drier. But anyway, it's not as humid today. A nice breeze blowing too. Anyway, before I go out to the big pasture and clean up those cut tree branches that I cut off yesterday above the bales, I'm going to take that tree out before I forget. Yeah, I'm always forgetting about that one. I'm going to take it out now, that cedar. Another cedar bites the dust. Okay, we'll put it on the pile. Clean that up. It was always in my way. Yeah, and those leaves, they itch when you They touch you. They're sharp too. That's a cedar I just cut off down there by the that was under the mulberry tree. Yeah, I just added it to the pile. Okay, let's head out to the big pasture now with the truck. Yeah, it's clear sky today, no overcast. Good hay dry, good hay cutting weather and hay drying weather. I think I'm gonna go drive out to the hay field and see if they cut. I didn't get no message that they were cutting, but today's a good day to cut if they wanted to. Of course, they got other customers too, so I have to wait my turn. Anyway, I'm gonna go drive out and check before I go out to the big pasture. Hay field first, then pick up branches. Nope, nobody cut. Doesn't cut here. Look at how the grass blows in the wind. Yeah, today is it's just past noon, I think. I didn't drive down to the entrance down that way. This is my neighbor's entrance to this field. And wind's from the northwest, so it's a nice cool breeze. I just stopped here because I didn't want to drive all the way down. But there's the boundary there. Oh, this is the hay that I gotta cut, that I need cut. And today would be a good day to do it, but I'll come back this evening, later this afternoon. Maybe they'll cut it before the day is out. That'd be nice, but I didn't check the forecast so much, just because it changes all the time. Yeah, maybe they know more than I do, or they just don't have time. They got other customers too besides me. Customers will have good alfalfa to cut, yeah, so they got to be more careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the big pasture and get some work done out there. Well, I'm down up at the big pasture now. Yeah, I've got a few cattle here. Well, I guess these are the ones from the main herd. I guess the Highlanders and the bull are off on their own somewhere. And Billy's taking care of business, I guess, with them. Okay, I'm gonna head to the top. Start working on those cut tree branches by the bales. Looks nice now, the cattle eating this tall grass. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty in here for them to eat for a while. And while they're eating this, the rest of the pasture can grow a little bit without so much pressure from them. Eating it down so short, at least now they can get plenty to eat through here. All right, head to the top. Yeah, I left that gate open there, down there, so I can just drive all the way up to the top without stopping at the bridge. Oh, I just can't get enough of watching them eating it, grazing in that tall grass. This was my goal for 5 weeks. I let this grow up so they could have this to eat, and now they're doing it. All right, let's head to the top. I stopped at the bridge anyway because I saw the bull and the two Highlanders were in there. I don't know where the third one is. She's off somewhere. I mean, wherever she is, I'm sure she's trying to stay cool. She's probably in the water down that way. I'm just guessing. I don't see nothing, but yeah. So he's still following that one cow around, I think, because she's in heat. So I just let them do what they got to do. I still did. Oh, there she is. Never mind. I was just going to say I didn't see the third Highlander, but there she is on the right. She's under that tree. Yeah, she's under that shade tree there, next to the creek. Yeah, I figured she was down in the water over there. But now that she saw the others walk by, she decided to join them. Yeah, she's trying to eat that leaves under that tree there. Anyway, all the cattle are accounted for, so now I can go to work up on top. When this tree fell last June, yeah, I forget the date, sometime in June though. Probably the end of June. Big storm came and knocked this over and blocked my pasture road for about a month. It took me about a month to get it all cut up, get it off the road. Yeah, there, and it's all done in here now. Here and through here. Yeah, I dumped all the. I got some logs. I got plans for those logs later. Cut everything else off and put it in here. Yeah. And that was the same time. That tree there, the one that's laying sideways a little bit, leaning. Yeah. That's the same time that tree fell, and all the limbs were hanging. That's what I cut off yesterday. The ones that were hanging over the bales over there. Anyway, that's what I'm going to work on today. Moving those tree limbs away from the bales. Before I start working on them tree limbs, I got to turn this fence off. I don't even have to get out of my truck. How about that? Alright, let's move on to the work now. Yesterday when I was moving those hay bales, this one here had the net wrap was all tore up at the bottom on both sides. I don't know, I guess my brother did that or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter how it got that way. It was not net wrap holding it together, so instead of putting it with the rest of them when I was moving it, I decided to, and then to take a chance of it falling apart later on, I decided to put it here and let the cattle eat it. But they haven't touched it yet, so they got so much good grass to eat, they don't need it. Anyway, that's where I cut these weeds the other day when I was bush hogging. Yeah, cleaned it up a little bit. But before that, I sprayed all this here, around here, all the way around. Yeah, and that helps too. There's still a few things growing. I might spray it again if I ever need it, before I need to use it. Okay, that's my corral. All right, looks like the tractor or that bale drug out a limb with it when I was picking that bale up. Got hooked up. But the tractor tire ran it over and unhooked it. All right, let's get back to work. There's that big log that I cut up the other day. I think it was this one here that's coming up here. I cut it off there and that part there was on top of the fence. It fell on the fence. It fell off one of these. I think it fell off that top one, the very tall one on the back side. Fell off from the top of there. Broke off and fell on my fence. Pushed them all the way down, and I had to repair it. But I got it done. All right, back to work. Yeah, that's what I cut yesterday. I moved this whole row out and put it on the other end. Eventually I'm going to do that row too, or most of it. And then as far back as I can, I'm going to remove as many as I can from this end and relocate them to the other end. And then I'll feed them out first in the fall. Because I need a big space here. I need to have all this here for the new hay crop this year, whenever it gets baled. Then we can bring it here. But right now, and I cut some tree limbs that were hanging over from that tree. That tree, it fell down, it fell onto the other tree. It's pushed some of the limbs, and some of the dead limbs were hanging down, and some of the limbs that this tree was leaning on is pushed them down too, so I cut them off. So I had green limbs, and then I had dead limbs to cut. And now the ones that I cut are laying on top of the bales, and in between them, I got to go in there and take them off, throw them across out that way. So that's what I'm going to do now. At least it's a nice day to do it. Nice and cool. Yeah, it's not very humid today. That north wind is dry and cool. So I think I'll enjoy working here today. Yesterday was so humid, and rain too, so it's even more humid and hot. I mean, it wasn't really that hot, but it was humid. It made me sweat. Not today. I feel cold today. These are the limbs that I cut yesterday, as far as I could reach up. I was on top of the bales. I got what I needed to get. As long as they don't hit the tractors when we drive through there. That's the main thing I cut them off for. So they won't be in our way. Okay. When we move bales in, and when I move bales out. Alright, let's get over there to the other side. Let's see what kind of mess I got. There's a nice view of my corral. Yeah, I like whenever we have bales to haul and to put in here. My brother helps me because he's got the big tractors with the front end loader, and he's got last year he bought a new trailer with my brother-in-law. They worked together on it, and it can haul about 11 bales. He stacks it the way he wants, and yeah, and then I can haul 6 on mine. I tried hauling 8 and I wound up blowing a tire, so I'm only going to haul 6 as usual with my trailer. Anyway, we can haul all the bales in one trip. It's about a 2-mile drive. Yeah, going back and forth between the hayfield and here. Anyway, this is where I like to have them unloaded. I pull the trailer up here, or we pull the trailers up here, and then he unloads them, and then he can haul them in with his front end loader. He's faster than I can. Okay. Anyway, that's why I like to put them in on this end. There's a lot more room to work. Yeah. Now let's see what kind of mess I got back there. Yeah, I got a few branches hanging over. I'll clean them up first. But then I got some in here too. Yeah. Most of them, there's a big enough gap here. I think I can walk through there. And there's a gap down there. Farther down, there's a big gap I can walk through to get into that in there. So let me get in there. Start working on them limbs. I'm just going to throw them over that way into the trees. Well, this is why I turned the fence off, because I didn't want to get shocked. Yeah, I can walk in here. I can walk through there, and I can walk through here too, I think. And I'm not sure about over there, but I think I can walk through there too. I got some limbs. I've been cutting these off since last year because they keep falling down on my fence, so I had to keep cutting them off. Anyway, this is what I got. I'm gonna pull this one down. It's just hung up there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Do the landscape. I like landscape better. Yeah. I can walk through here. Yeah. But there's lots of limbs in there. I can walk through here also. But first I got to get the limbs out of the way. So that in there too. I think I'll start on that end. Well, this is what I got to work on. I brought my handsaw in case I need to cut some of these in half. Yeah, some of them are too big to pick up. And that's what I was cutting yesterday up there. Yeah. At least it's nice and cool in here. The only thing I got to worry about is the rest of this tree here. It landed on these limbs. There's one up there, I think. I don't know what. It's leaning on that limb up there. It's leaning on the limb over here. So far, it's got some places to hold it up, and I think that limb there is maybe on that one. I'm not sure. Anyway, hopefully it don't fall on me. It looks like it's pretty secure. But we'll find out when I start messing with these. These aren't attached to nothing up there, so it should be okay. Alright, let me start hauling. Okay. Where that third bale starts up there, over there on that 1, 2, 3, or just one bale short of that one, right about there. That's all the bales I moved yesterday. From that bale there that sticks out a little bit, all the way down. I got 2 rows of bales I moved yesterday from this side. The row, and there was another row like this over there, and I moved all of them all the way down to about here, and then I moved. Yeah, and then I moved some bales from the end too. So that's what I moved. And this, I cleaned up a few branches here already. You can see the leaves that were on top of them, off the bales. These bales here are looking a little rotten, but I think it's because they had tree limbs laying on top of them all winter. They probably absorb more water that way. Anyway, I got some more clearing to do. Here's a big log I got to get out of there. Well, at least I can walk through these bales. At least they're not too tight. I can get through there. And I can walk through here too. I just have to pull the branches out one at a time. Okay, let me keep going. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. I think I strained my shoulders again, cutting them limbs up on top there. I gotta be careful with them. I don't want to injure them any more than they are. So I gotta take it easy on these. I can't throw them too hard. I need to position them on top of the bales right on the other side, because I can't throw them that far too hard on my shoulders. So I'll transfer them to bales on the outside near the fence, and then I can go over there and throw them the rest of the way. Yeah, I just gotta be careful with my shoulders. Okay. I gotta let them heal up before I do any more tree trimming. Alright. I call this the inside because it's near the trees. And that fence is the outside fence. Yeah. This stays pretty clean in the shade here. I still spray it for weeds though, once in a while. Okay, let's see if I can grab some of them limbs and get them out of there. Oh, I got a few more moved. I'm making a dent. Let's go work in the middle now. Gotta work in here now. But I'm not gonna throw them all the way over. I'm just gonna lay them on top of the bales. Then I'll go to the other side and throw them the rest of the way. Kind of jammed in there, ain't they? So I got all the branches off of this row and moved them on top of that one over there. Yeah, so they should be easier to throw off there. My arm's hurt now. Oh, I'm gonna rest them. Yeah, I can go and walk in there now. And clean the rest of the branches off the bales. Yeah, just a view from this side now. Spider. Some kind of spider on me. Anyway, I moved them from there over to there. Now I can move them from there out into the woods, trees. Tired. Okay. Now all I gotta do is throw them off those bales and throw them over here with the rest of them. Okay. Then we'll get a drink first. That's where the bale with the torn net wrap was sitting right there, and I didn't want to take it, move it down the other end because it may have fallen apart eventually. And once they fall apart in here, they're hard to move. You can't spare them or anything. Okay, so I moved it over to there. The way the cows can enjoy it. I left that gate open down there because I'm working here so I can see if the cattle come up. And if they come up, they probably come up to see what I'm doing and not so much go through that gate. Because all the gates are open now, all the way out to the road. So I gotta keep an eye on that gate too. That's all I got left to move. The branches along there. And I'll throw them over there. Breeze feels good. Yeah. And I don't know how long that tree's gonna stay propped up there. I can fit in sooner or later. Someday it's gonna come crashing down on my fence again. And when it does, I guess I'll fix it. At least I only got 2 strands of barbed wire here, so it should be easy to fix. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Just I'll have to wait for it. Okay, let's clean them up. Okay. It's all done. I still have time to bring the tractor out here and move these bales, move some of these bales while it's still cool. Because who knows what tomorrow will be. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Go to the house, get something to eat and drink, and come back with the tractor. Move some more bales. Yeah, it's all cleaned up now. Okay, free. I should be able to get these bales out easier now. No limbs in the way. Yeah. Wasn't as hard as I thought. It was at the beginning, but yeah. I thought the limbs would be big enough too big to carry, but they were okay. I didn't need my saw. And I'm going to move these bales out first. Yeah. Move them to the other end, and then once I get them moved, at least down to that bale there all the way across, I'll start moving 3 bales. I'll move all the bales down there one at a time. Yeah. I think I'll start a 3rd row too. Down there I'll start a 3rd row. But these here are going down in the very end, closer to the gate. Okay, let me go get the tractor and get some more done. Get some more bales moved. Okay, all the tree limbs are Tree branches are removed. Now I can move these bales to the other end. As many as I can fit down in there. Well, on my way out, cattle were in the water. They just left. Boy, look at that soupy manure coming out of that cow on the hill there on the bank. Yeah, I got a feeling they're afraid of me now. They think I'm going to spray them or something. Yeah. Aren't you? Don't worry about me. I'm going out and coming back with the tractor. Okay. But I don't have nothing for you guys. Okay. I guess the Highlanders are somewhere else. I don't see them anywhere. Oh wait. I do see one down there underneath that tree. Well, I only see one Highlander under that tree, so the other ones must be somewhere else. Well, there they are, all hanging out together. Okay, let's head home. Get the tractor, come back and move some more bales. Well, there's the herd. I'm sure that after I leave, they'll go back into the water. I would if I was them. I think when I sprayed them out here, they got spooked. Every time I see my truck or me, they think I'm going to spray them. Okay. Well. Alright, let's go get the tractor. Come back. The bull all by himself in the water. And look what that's over there. Look at that one. That's the new bull. Yeah. There's a new bully. That's the third calf this year and the third bull too. All the calves this year were bulls. At least I'll have something to sell now. Well, before I go get the tractor, I was driving by. I says I had to go around that thing because of the tractor, and I was mowing this small pasture here. And there's a road up there. Here's my gate. And then I figured I'd just back in here and cut them limbs off while I got the truck. There's a tree down there too I need to cut off. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. As long as I don't get stuck. It's pretty soft down in there. But we'll see. Well, now we can drive the tractor under there. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that, that's an elm tree. Look how tall it is. At least I can drive underneath there now without hitting the canopy. Yeah. Good job. Look at that tree. So tall. Won't be long I'll be falling down too. I guess I'll carry the limbs over to that pile there. Yeah. I can do that. I carried the branches over there to the other pile. Now I'm going to go over there, trim those branches if I can get in there with the truck. I hope so. Well, I made it back here. Now I just got to get situated underneath these branches here and cut them off. I got some here, and I got to resist my truck. Get them over there. That goes out that way. But I can back up a little farther and cut these two big branches off. And then there's some other smaller branches I can cut too. Look as high as I can so the tractor will clear when I go under there. Okay, let's see what I can do with these. There's that little pond. The cattle like to come in here and soak when they're in here, but they're not in here this summer. We're at the big pasture. So let's get back to work on this, cutting these tree limbs. So that's the path I've backed into to get underneath that tree. I'll cut the limbs there, then I'll reposition the truck and I'll cut the limbs on this side too. And any on the other side too, if there's any. Okay, let's back the truck up a little bit more and then I can cut. After I finish tree trimming, this tree here, I got to reposition the truck and get under those. Then I'll be okay. When I drive here with my tractor. Okay. And I think when I'm done here, I'm not gonna move any bales, but I'm gonna. I still need to go down and close the main gate. I closed the gate on top of the road at the top, pasture road. But I didn't close the main gate because I thought I was going to go back. But I'm getting too tired to do any more work. Besides, it's already 3 p.m. Tree trimming takes it out of me. Okay, let's go move the truck. All that's left is cutting them rims right there. Yeah. I think I'll just pull up and back up. I think that'll be good. Yeah, I don't have to go in sideways. I just back up to the tree. Okay, let's do that. Oh boy, I think I had a soft landing. I was walking backwards to get a wider shot of that, of where I had to cut with my bush hog. Had to come way out here to cut because of those limbs that were sticking out so far. And as I was walking back through this grass, I hit something and I fell backwards, landed on my back. Luckily nothing broke. Oh boy. And then there were some sticks too. There were some sticks underneath the grass. Probably didn't help, but main thing was that pile of dirt there, and that's from a crawdad hole, I'm sure. Yeah, them cicadas are still making a lot of noise. Yeah, cicadas are everywhere. Still, they haven't gone away yet. Make a lot of noise, and they're flying around and landing on me, and I know they don't bite, they're not like that, but it's just irritating to have them. There's one up there on that tree. Yeah, I think they're flying around laying eggs now. Yeah, that's what they're doing now. Laying eggs in those tree limbs, tree branches. I just have them crawl on my ear. Yeah, I hate that. Okay, let me get back to cutting that branch off up there. Then I'll be done out here. Then I'll go out to the big pasture and close the main gate and be done out there. I'm tired. Another one on my ear. I'll just cut it off right there. That should be good enough. I don't like when they crawl on me. Okay, all trimmed off. Oh, I can have a clear path. With my tractor, except it looks like I got a limb there. I remember that one. It was a close call, but I got under it. I'm gonna cut it off. All right, look at that. That's nice. Okay, let's cut one more. Well, it's only one branch. I can cut that off pretty easy. Well, I cut that one easy. That's easy. But that one's going to cause problems in the future. After I cut that one, I'm going to back up some more and see if I can grab that one. You just have to use the ladder. I'll have to cut that little branch off there too. Yeah. Okay. I got like 3 branches to cut now. I'm not really sure. I think this tree is called a hackberry. At least that's what I think by the bark. I never noticed it, but it's got little berries on it too, little green berries. Uh, but that bark gives it away. See that bark there? It's all ruggedy. Yeah. Here's a little sample of it. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, they just flake off. Big trees the same way. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off up here somewhere. I should have backed over closer to the tree. Oh, it's a little better. I'm going to try to back up and cut that big branch that's hanging over here too. How far that branch sticks out. You get the sunlight way out there. Yeah. Way out there. I'm going to make my cut somewhere here. Yeah. And while I'm here, I'm going to cut this other one off too, a little shorter. Yeah. I didn't have my truck in the right place before. I'm going to put it up here. That wood's soft. Yeah. Yeah. I'll cut that up too. Now this wood's a lot softer than that tree I cut over there. See if I can turn myself around. Turn this way. I can't even see that tree. It's around the corner, the one I cut on first. Yeah, that was an ash tree, or that is an ash tree. And that ash wood is hard. The wood of the ash tree is white. I remember that from my lumber days, my dry hardwood, working at a hardwood place. We would dry kiln, sawed up, rough sawn hardwoods, and sometimes we had ash. That's some hard stuff. And that was back in the, what was it? Back in the 70s, late 70s and early 80s I worked there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm almost done here. Still got to go close that gate. Well, I got them cut, and I decided to go ahead, cut one more over here. Yeah, it's not very much, but it's enough to make me go around. The front end of the truck is in a low spot, and the back tires are on a high spot near the tree. So this back end is way high, so I couldn't get up. So luckily I had my ladder. Ladder helped me get up, and it's gonna help me get down too. This is what I got to cut off. Just a few small branches that are sticking out in my way. Well, I cut those branches off. That was pretty easy. Okay. Since I'm here, I gotta do something. I'm about done doing any work today. Any more work, I mean. I just have to close that gate down by the big pasture and I'll be done. I don't know what time it is. 3, 4 o'clock. I know it's after 3. Okay, that's the fence that I had rerouted there earlier. Maybe a month ago or so. Used to go around this point here, and then now it goes through the woods and comes out to the corner. Anyway, this pasture's ready for when the cattle come back in the fall.
Just take a little survey, photo survey. Yeah, there's the tree I trimmed. That's the ash tree. Ash tree. Yeah, ash tree. And that's the road going out. That's where I'm headed. The wind. Oh, now the wind's from the south. Yeah, I can tell the humidity came up. And that's the tree I just trimmed over there. And then the tree here. Okay, I'm done today. Yeah, I guess one of these days I'll have to. Although I'll just leave it. I don't need to mow around underneath there. The cattle like that tree when they're here. They like to hide under that shade, so I'm gonna leave it. They eat some of the leaves on the bottom. That's okay. Anyway, I'm going. So I'll close the gate now at the big pasture. Well, the cattle are still grazing out here. Okay, let me go close that gate. Hello there, girls and boys. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till she has a calf. One what it's gonna look like. I like that red one. She reminds me of a Tarentaise. She got the coloring of a Tarentaise. I'll probably sell her. Yeah. I'm just keeping. I like to keep the ones with the black nose and black hooves. I don't know why. It's just my preference. I'll probably sell him too. That white bull. Because I already got a bull, so I don't really need another bull. Sorry, you got a pink nose anyway. Looks nice though. When I sell them, I'm sure they're going to sell them as they'll mark him as a Charolais, even though he has no Charolais in him. Yeah, he's got Italian white, three breeds of Italian white, Chianina, Marchigiana, Romanola, and then he's also got Piedmontese in him, and the rest is Highland. There's no, but that's how they sell them. They mark them down as if they're white, they call them Charolais. I don't know why, they just do. I see his little horn starting to grow too a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to close this gate and be done out here. I'll move the bales tomorrow maybe. The cow just had her calf, probably less than a week ago. I forget what day it was. It was June 2, maybe? I forget. Yeah, it was June 2. I forgot. Wasn't it? It was less than a week ago, I think. Anyway, looks like Bully's following her around now. Yeah, so I don't think she'll cycle for another month. That's my guess. Anyway, I'm done out here. I thought I would come back and move some bales, and then I started doing that tree trimming stuff. And I think I'll go check the hayfield again. Maybe they cut it in the afternoon. We'll see. If not, I'll just have to wait. Wait until they do cut it. It's out of my hands. They're in charge of that. That's what they get paid for. Alright. I'll catch you later then. I'm in my truck, ready to leave. And just want to take one more look at the cattle. Bull's out there. All by himself. Well, he's not all by himself. He's got the other cattle with him. Okay, that's enough. Let me go back to the house. Let me go check the hayfield first before I go back to the house. Well, I got something done today. Clean up those tree limbs or branches that I cut off yesterday. And then I cut some more branches here in the small pasture. Yeah. Four trees. I cut 4 trees down there now. Small pasture. So I've done enough today. Yeah. I think I'm going to go out to the barn and see if I can catch a skunk. Or two. Those baby skunks, maybe they're out foraging now. I can get them. And I'll be checking for groundhogs and carpenter bees and everything else that wants to eat up everything. Okay, let's go out to the barn. Oh, I got one. I got a skunk. Took me about 4 shots to get it because I shot it from over there when I first saw it. Right here, but I missed. I think I missed. Then it crawled into there. I shot again. I thought I could get it, but I missed. So I decided to stand over, look down in here, and it was heading right there. So I shot it in there. Then I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's one down. There should be another one here because I saw 2 this morning, but I got one of them. That's good. Okay, I got one. That's what's important. I got one. Well, dead skunks over there, and before I got to the skunk over there, where I could get a good shot at it behind the log. I was rushing through here to get to it after it crawled in, and I tripped over this log. It's camouflaged by the weeds, so I want to move that log out of my way so it's easier to walk through here. So I fell right on my face, and I was lucky that the ground broke my fall. And my gun's okay too, my rifle, so no harm done. I'm okay. Let me move that log now. That log is heavy. I think it's oak. Yeah, all these limbs are from a tree that fell down in they're right here. The rest of it's over there underground, and it fell right there. And then it broke my other. That's before I had all this stuff up here, and I had blue gates there, which now the blue gates are on the other side of that post. I put them up. I tied them together and trying to still use it. They're all bent up, and then I bought these new gates, heavier duty because the cattle were jumping over them. So this is what I got now. So I can smell that skunk now. I'm just gonna leave it there. I ain't touching it. I moved it with a stick. I want to send a message to the other skunks. See what happens to you if you hang around here? So get out. Okay. I'm going to go inside the barn and see if there's any holes under the manger. Well, I must be doing something right for a change, because I don't hear any carpenter bees. I don't see any either. I can't believe it. And it's a warm day too. They should be out. But they're not in my barn. That's good. Yeah, I don't see any carpenter bees, and I don't hear any. I usually hear them before I see them. Yeah. I'm making progress on controlling the carpenter bees. Okay. And if I see them, I'll spray them. And if I see them go in a hole, I'll spray the hole with my permethrin mixture. Okay. And there's no new holes under the manger, ground hog or otherwise. Okay, I'm out of battery. Let's go outside. Go back to the house. Yeah, I was standing right about where I am now. So when I came around that pile, or when I cleared that pile there, I saw the skunk right there, right underneath that red bar there. So I shot it. I don't know if it moved or if I got it, but it turned around and went back. So I ran over there. And I can't run anymore, but I ran anyway. And I went around the corner and tried to shoot it as it was going in the hole, which I missed, I think. And then I rushed through there to get closer, and that's when I tripped and fell. And when I got up, I checked. I was going to roll the log out away from the barn to see if it's still under there. And I saw it before I rolled the log out. I saw it underneath the log, between the shed and the log. So that's where I shot through that little gap, and I got it. I got it. All right, back to the house. Oh, the water looks nice. Yeah. Wind's blowing, making waves, and then the sun makes it sparkle. And that looks nice too. Won't be long, I'll be cutting grass again. Stuff is growing fast with all that rain we've been getting. Okay, that's all. Let me go back to the house. I'm low on battery anyway. Look at that water. Sunlight reflecting off the water. Sunlight on the water looks so lovely. And yard looks good too. Or actually, this is the pasture. Yeah, this is part of the pasture. All right, I'm gonna go check the garden out, and then I'll be done. Well, the garden's starting to get in the shade. I gotta remember to cover up those sweet potatoes. So that needs to. I don't know why, but the cucumbers look different today. Let me get a closer look. Could be the wind blowing them around. I think the wind was whipping them around. I still think I got the cucumbers too thick. They might need some water now. And it looks like the zucchini is starting to wilt a little bit too, I think. So I'll come out later and give it some water. Yeah, after the sun, after it's in the shade, so everything doesn't dry up too fast. All right, that's all I'm going to do today. All right, this is it. I'm not going to record me watering it. Okay, look, I got some red delicious apples on that little tree. I tried grafting it on the bottom there, but it didn't take. I'll try it again next year if I got something to graft to down there. Okay. All right. I'll end it here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. 5:30 p.m. Thursday, June 6th. And I'm done for today. All right. Catch you on the next one. Bye.